Now, graph cosine 1/2 of x. What you do, first find amplitude and period. Amplitude is 1. Period. Use the formula. B is 1/2. Substitute. If you divide, the answer is 4 pi. Now, what you do? We have to divide the period in 4 equal parts, 4 equal sections. We have to find 5 points, 5 different values of x. The first value is always 0. The last value of x is always the value of the period. Now, the third value is always half of the period. Now, if you use your common sense, you can only count. The first value is 0. The second value will be 1 pi. The next 2 pi. The next is 3 pi. Simple. We found all the values of x. The next, what you do? You have to divide by 2, 1/2 of x. Always, this will give you the friendly values you learn for the typical cosine graph. Then remember, the typical cosine graph requires counting by halves of pi. The first is 0, first value. The second value is 1/2 of pi. The next pi, the next 3/2 of pi, and the last 2 pi. This is something you have to memorize. The next, find cosine. These values you also must memorize. Cosine starts with 1. The next value is 0. The next -1. The next 0. And the last one. Now find all the points. Use the x on the top and the cosine in the bottom. Now graph all the points. One little mistake. The first point is 0, 1. Now connect all the points. And we finish. That's the graph of cosine of 1/2 of x.